Yeah.
Hi, Pat. My name's Brian Kelly. Nice
Hey,
to meet you.
Brian, nice to meet you too.
Pat, I'm Daryl Bean. And thank you for coming on. Well, I guess we'll get started if you're ready.
Sure, sure.
Well, Pat, well,
Yeah.
thank you for coming. This is folks. This is Pat Coil. Brian and I were just talking about how it might be easier to list the artists you have not recorded with than,
Yeah.
but
That means I'm old.
you have been around for a while, long enough to know who Phil Kelly was.
Yes, yes, indeed.
I guess the first question we're going to have for you is, tell us how you met Phil Kelly.
Well, let's see. Well, moved to Dallas after going to UNT, or it was known as North Texas State back then, and Phil. Somehow I got recommended, I think, to Phil, and he started using me on sessions. I guess after I started working at TM Productions for Tom Merriman.
Okay.
That was kind of the first. Those are the first sessions I had when I moved to Dallas, and then Phil started using me for pretty much all of his sessions, and I learned so much from, well, both those guys, but Phil was like, he had the jazz heart that I did, and so I really connected with him and his writing and his music. Yeah.
Wow.
So TM Studios, and I saw that you were at Jam and
Yeah,
also
Jam Studios, yeah. John Wolford and those guys, yeah.
yeah.
I worked, I remember it was a heyday at that point in Dallas. There was a lot going on. There was Disto. It seemed like it seemed like we worked almost every day. And then we'd play at night. And it was great times.
I guess after you've done all of that work, it all kind of blends together after a while. But
Yeah.
do you recall times when you worked with Phil? Anything that sticks out?
Uh, Whew. Let's see. Uh, I mean, there's just so many. I mean, there were some times when he wrote original music that we would play on, and some of his big band stuff, which I even later on in Phil's life I got to play on just because he was living in Washington, and I visited him there. As a matter of fact, when I was on the road with Michael McDonald, and he had me play remotely. I was on the road with Michael McDonald, and he had me like put my piano parts remotely. So I'd be backstage with a computer and a keyboard and headphones, and I'd be playing parts for Phil's record.
So he
And
recorded you. He recorded you by proxy.
yeah, yeah. Well, I don't know why exactly. I think I was replacing piano parts, but I'm not sure. But he wanted me on the record, and it was fun. It worked out really well.
Oh yeah.
It still
I
sounds
know.
good.
My introduction to you is the beginning of the refrigerator.
Oh yeah, yeah. I remember
Oh,
that
yeah.
chart. I remember that chart. That was one of his better ones. Yeah.
That intro, did he write all of that out, or did he just give you a couple of chords and say you fill it in?
Yeah, he just gave it to me.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just gave it to me. Yeah.
Wow.
Well,
I go ahead.
Phil talked a lot about you being the guy he would go to for
Yeah.
the piano.
Constantly.
Well,
When we first
I feel very fortunate about that. Yeah.
when we first started talking about this project was Daryl actually went with me up to, I was going to stay with him, and we stayed up there, and he said, I'd like to get all my stuff in one place,
Right.
And we started formulating the idea of the YouTube channel and everything. And he says, one of the guys, he would just pop up with names every once in a while. He'd say, one of the guys you got to talk to is Pat Coil. Just got to talk to Pat Coil, Wayne Bergeron. I mean, just say these names and they would stick in my head. Luckily, I kind of have the memory that but that's about it. And I remembered a lot of the names.
Yeah. He worked with a lot of big names. I mean, he had a whole career in Los Angeles before he even came to Dallas, and then when he was in Washington, I know he'd get like name guys from LA to come up and play on this stuff, Pete Chrisley and people like that. Yeah. But he was an education. He really was. He was a total education for me. He would have me try things. He said, "Well, I want you to sound like Richard T on this cut." So who's Richard T? And then I'd go listen to Richard T and try my best to get what he wanted. So it was a really, playing in the studio was it was one of the best educations I've got for being able to do studio work, because the producer is always right, and you want to please the producer. It's kind of the number one job.
Yeah.
But he made it fun. He made it really fun.
Oh yeah, I imagine.
So I heard that he worked quickly and he was efficient, but did he, and did he do exactly what he wanted too? He had a definite tempo in mind.
Absolutely. Yeah. And then he used to come. Then he used to come out and hear my band in Dallas when we played at the Strictly Taboo. He'd be pretty much a regular there, and he was just a great guy and a great musician, a great writer, great sense of humor.
Who was in your band?
That band?
Yeah, wasn't it Recoil?
Yeah, it was Recoil. A lot of the guys Phil used were in that band. Bud Ewan on guitar, Brady Mosier at one point, Mike Collier.
Brady, that's how my dad knows Brady. Oh wow.
Yeah. And then Mike Collier at one point. Well, and then Tim Grogan and Brad Smith too. So I had three drummers, different drummers that band. Bobby Gentry on bass, Pete Brewer on tenor.
Oh, Pete, there we go.
And the late great Larry White on steel guitar.
Oh wow.
And the late great Ron Snyder on percussion.
Yeah.
It was quite a band. It was a lot of fun, and Phil loved that band. I think maybe we even played a couple of his tunes. I'm trying to remember. I don't think we ever recorded one, but I think maybe he brought in a tune for us to play.
Oh, I thought that'd be neat.
Were you in the Lou Fisher band too?
I was, yeah. And we played a lot of Phil's charts. We recorded a lot of Phil's charts.
I'm sorry, were you involved in the Capers Club?
Yeah. Well, I left town before I moved to LA, right before that happened. But I knew the guy who built the club was a good friend of mine named Clark Matthews.
That was the best sounding club that I've ever been.
I did come back and play that club.
Acoustics. Perfect acoustics.
It was great. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a bad area, but it was a good club. That was the whole deal, I think.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wasn't it kind of near Popsicle Toes somewhere, or?
Yeah. Yeah, it was down there off of Harry Hine. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, we went to the New Year's celebration there, and my dad just happened to be there, and I'm going, that's my dad. And I was telling everybody I was with, I said, that's my dad over there. And he came in and we all sat together, and he says, I think Lou's kind of trying to sell too many hamburgers. He needs to be playing more music.
Yeah.
But it was always fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had Rich Madison out there that night.
Yeah, Rich was my mentor.
Oh, really?
At North Texas, yeah.
Oh, wow.
He and Jack Peterson, absolutely.
Were you?
I was really lucky to learn from guys like that, and then to have guys like Tom Merriman and Phil Kelly, who would hire me to do studio work. So I got a sort of this complete education in jazz and then in how to do studio work. So I owe him a lot. I owe them both a lot. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I guess you could learn a lot about the mechanics when you get into the jingles and all that.
Or just the recording process. There's a lot of guys who are great musicians, but they don't know how to be in the studio. Or they don't. It's just experience is what it is. It's a whole different medium, kind of like the difference between painting and sculpture or something like that.
Yeah.
And
I can see that.
Well,
you got a pretty good library too, don't you?
Oh yeah. Well, me personally.
Yeah.
Oh, I never wrote for big band, but I'd write all the time. Yeah.
Well, I mean, do you have like an audio library of everything?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I've been doing my own stuff for a long time, and then I write for several different companies, like that do music for CBS daytime shows and stuff like that. Yeah.
Oh wow! So you got any of my dad's old Phil Kelly production stuff?
Somewhere. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I probably have something on vinyl. I think maybe that he put together. You know,
Oh, wow.
maybe somewhere if I
Yeah.
can find
That
it.
would be, we would be interested in
Well, you will
anything that you
continue to be a
found.
person of interest then.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
One of
yeah.
our jobs is just going out there and finding all the treasures that we can, and they are in all directions.
Yeah. Well,
But
there were so many jingles too that he wrote. I mean, for so
Yeah.
many companies. Um, and then he would do these industrial films too. He seemed to have a line on some industrial films, which were like mini film scores.
Yeah,
One
yeah.
thing
Yeah.
oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. We put a lot of that up on the YouTube site. So if you go on there, you can see a lot of that. But
Okay.
it's all his copies, so we don't have actual, know if we have everything or what. It's a puzzle.
Right. Right. Well, one thing that that sticks out with me is he used to work with Ken Sutherland. Do you remember him?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah. Anyway, they came out to Las Vegas to do a show for 7-Eleven
Yeah.
and hired a big orchestra with all the best Vegas musicians and all the best LA guys. And I remember him being there, and he wrote all the music, and he was conducting the band, and he was really happy.
Oh,
I heard
wow.
that was a one performance event.
It was, yeah. It was awesome.
Wow.
So
Yeah, John Patitucci played bass. Steve Houghton played drums, and a bunch of Vegas horn players.
there has to be a recording out there somewhere.
Yeah, you would think so.
That's crazy. Who was that for in Vegas? Was it
I think it was a 7-Eleven. I think it was
7-Eleven,
7-Eleven.
Southland Corporation?
Yeah, which is through the connection with Clark Matthews, who built Capers.
Yeah.
Pat,
That
you
makes sense.
said that he would sometimes challenge you and have you play in the style of somebody else. Do you recall doing a commercial for Chili's where maybe you played in the style of Randy Newman?
I don't recall it, but that it could happen.
Not out of the question, I guess.
Yeah, there were other guys in Dallas who were really good that he used. I'm sure, guys like Frank Hames, and I can't remember who else was there. But I mean, there were guys after I left. I'm sure he used a bunch of guys.
Yeah. When did you go out to Nashville?
Well, I went to LA in 80,
Oh, LA first and then
yeah, LA
Nashville?
first in 80. Let me think here. 83.
Yeah.
And then I moved to Nashville from LA in 94.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then
And
I
so
did a
the
brief.
first
I did a
album-
brief.
I'm
a
sorry.
brief stint. Sorry, this echo is making me.
Yeah.
I did a brief stint at UNT for 3 years,
Yeah.
but I was still living here in Nashville, and I was on the road at the same time.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
So it was like way too much.
That's a trip.
Yeah,
You must
Oh,
have
wow.
traveled a million miles. Goodness gracious.
yeah. Not so much anymore. Michael, the guy, my main road gig was Michael McDonald, and now he's doing the Doobie Brothers again, and so their 1 year reunion tour turned into about 5 years so far. So we're thinking it's pretty much over,
Yeah.
which is okay. I don't miss the bus.
Well,
Gosh,
yeah, that's
Pat.
one thing people don't think about is the travel time. I mean, even, I did a lot of stuff. That's how I know Brady. I worked for Absolute, and we did all the weddings and all the
Oh, yeah.
corporate events, and the travel time will kill you,
Oh yeah, well, that is that's the unglamorous side of the road. And,
At least he doesn't have to load and unload his piano or wherever we go.
oh, that's true. We had guys doing that. That's for sure. But it
What
was
was your tour piano you used?
Well, with Michael, I was playing, since he plays piano, I would play B3 organ behind him and some synth stuff. Yeah.
Another fun thing to load.
Yeah. Well, I didn't have to do that either, so that's good.
I wanted to ask you, Pat, did Phil ever talk about the piano being a musical typewriter?
No, not to me. No.
Well, he probably had a lot of faith in you. I think personally he didn't like to play it himself.
Well, I've never actually heard him play piano, so that's interesting. And I always thought I know he was a drummer, and
Yes.
I wish I would have been in Dallas at the time that he was actually playing, because I think that would have been fun to play
Oh
with
yeah.
him.
Me too.
Yeah.
I'm sure he was great. I'm sure he was great. You know.
Well, Pat, I can't think of anything else, but gosh, man, we definitely want to stay in contact with you, just on the outside chance that you've got some recordings that maybe you could share with us.
Well, I will take a look, and if I have any, I'll send them your way for sure.
That's so awesome.
I appreciate it. Thank you very much, Pat.
Yes, sir, Pat.
You're very welcome.
Thank you very much for your time. We'll
Yeah.
be in touch.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you.
sir.
Have a good day.
You
All
too. Bye bye.